Yeah, obviously, difficult to lose all 4 of those athletes. They brought a tremendous amount of value to our organization and our team. You're right that, I think, there's 3 of those 4 that are, coming in last season. So definitely more on an entry level salary, which doesn't free up a whole lot of room for us in free agency. I apologize, I shouldn't be using that language. In the period of signing period that's coming up. However, obviously, Sarah did carry a little bit of a salary where we will have some space there. But, it's definitely, all different factors that come to play in this period of time. And, definitely something we're going to have to navigate through here in the next couple of weeks and ensuring that we can re-sign some of our key players. Been in conversations with all of our athletes in this expiring contract, phase. And to be quite honest with you, the feedback we're getting back is that they would all like to be back in Toronto. That is one of their top choices for sure. Without a doubt, I think, the salary will come into play. Obviously, these 2 markets out west are certainly tempting when you see the roster that they have as well. And, there's definitely different factors that will come to play. And without a doubt, our athletes will shop around and hear what is being offered in all 8 markets, because they're going to be well sought after. They're great athletes that I think every team would love to have on their roster. I do think we have a chance at re-signing them from, what they're telling me, where Toronto has been home for them. They've loved our market. They've loved our fans. They love the city. They love our community. They've enjoyed our staff, coaching staff and our entire organization. So I do think, the familiarity of our market and how we have been operating, I think, over the last 2 years is definitely something that is a factor in their decision as well. We'll try to be as competitive with the salaries as we possibly can and hopefully retain as many of those great athletes as we possibly can here in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, I think all of those are conversations that we're currently having with our coaching staff. I think we would be irresponsible if we don't have those conversations and try to figure out what the best formula is for us moving forward. There's no doubt that we, have to look at if there's other options or if this is the best option and how to move forward. There's going to have to be some attention in that area to ensure that we're putting ourselves and our organization in the best possible position to be successful moving forward. So those are conversations we're currently having as a coaching staff and as an organization, and trying to figure out what the best formula is for our Toronto Sceptres moving forward. Sure. One thing I said to our coaches just before the expansion draft, I think there's no scenario where we're happy after that expansion draft. Like, there's not a scenario where we feel like, we've dodged a bullet or we were in a better position than we were. Obviously, losing those 4 athletes is a big hit to our roster. We knew that this was coming. We've been preparing for it. I could tell you that I do feel, from a depth perspective, we were somewhat equipped for handling potential expansion and losing athletes. Now it will be piecing together the holes that we have and ensuring that our expiring contracts are remaining in our market. And if we have the opportunity to extend, an offer to other expiring contracts that would help us rebuild our team to where we believe we can be, then we'll do so. So obviously not happy after last night, in a sense of losing. Obviously Sarah Nurse, we lost a little bit earlier, a massive hit for us in so many ways. She's a world-class center, two-way center that brings so much. I don't foresee us being able to replace someone like Sarah Nurse, and without a doubt, she will have a great impact in the city of Vancouver. When you think of the 3 athletes that we lost last night, these are athletes that our coaches and our whole organization have invested in the past year, growing them, setting goals and objectives for where we believe what they can reach. I think they bought into our style of play, and certainly our coaches and our strength coach and everyone, all the experts around the table. So it's disappointing to see them walk away from our market because of the potential they all have, and certainly the work that we've done with them and what they've invested in us as well. So without a doubt, it was obviously it's emotional. It's not something that you enjoy going through. But to answer your question, I do think that we we'll attack here this signing period as strongly as we possibly can, and we will for sure regroup and put together the best possible team to represent our great city here in season 3. I have an idea about the ballpark where we're going to be picking. I think some of the rules are about to come our way officially, and I think it's like anything. You're prepared for anything to happen that day. There could be a trade up, trade down in terms of picks also. So you're always just trying to get as much information in from the pool of athletes and the candidates that are going to be in draft, and just getting a sense of what you think approximately you'll be able to pick up and what that looks like. So I do think in general, picking 4th, 5th, or 6th, you get a sense of probably what that looks like. So it's our job as GMs to have a great understanding of the pool of athletes that will be available on draft day, and again, make the best decisions that we feel suit Toronto the best. Yeah, it's always something, an option that we have. I think it has to be the right fit for us, right back at us as well. So, I can tell you that for the most part, I think our athletes, the more you get comfortable with your athletes, the more you work with your athletes, the more you invest in them, the more you want to keep them as well. So there's a little bit of development that's happening as well in this league. As we draft, as I mentioned in the earlier answer, like you draft these athletes not only for what they can bring now, because they do have to perform and play professional right away. We don't have a minor system that we can send them down to. You also draft them and invest in them for what they hold in the future. So there's a little bit of you play around with that a little, but there's some excitement for knowing how much ceiling some of these athletes have. And, when you watch your coaches invest as much time and energy that they invest in these athletes and trying to pull them to that level, there's definitely, you might be a little bit attached and not wanting to move those pieces just yet because of the potential and the hope that you have in them. So it's a little bit of a puzzle of what are the options, and is moving pieces what's needed for Toronto right now or not. I still think there's a lot of value in developing and growing your athletes, and if you select the right ones right off the bat, they're invested, they're bought in, and to me, it's a recipe for success.